What's poppin', everybody? Hello to my beautiful souls, my healing angels. It's Empress J, the Healing Oracle, back for another day, another message, right? Excuse me. So, yeah, I hope that you woke up feeling happy, healthy. You had a beautiful day. You know what I'm saying? That you were able to get through all of the trying times that days, sometimes give us, even on the highest height that we can be, we still deal with some unnecessary changes and things. But you know, I just want to say, I just want to say thank you first and foremost to everybody who has liked, shared, and subscribed to my channel. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying, on such a different level. The people who've been viewing my videos, I've been getting a little bit, a little bit more traffic, and I appreciate that. I do this for everybody who's in need of a kind message and a good thought. So you see me rewinding the song. Uh, um, yeah, I just want you to know that in times like this, right? I don't know if you feel it, but if you've been going through some real stuff, some really trying times, right? Know that the end is near. You know what I'm saying? The rainbow is going to give you your pot of gold. It's been very hard staying focused. It's been very hard, staying in tune. But the thing about it is, like, you gotta love the ones that love you. You gotta love the ones that love you, the ones that love who you are, who help with your fly, who help with, letting you know that you're on the right path. Because you can tell how people feel about you by the way they treat you. When they see you elevating, they see you changing. If they start, going through their things, but you see the respect that they have for you, remember that. You know what I'm saying? And just make sure that you are paying attention to yourself. But like for me, right? I had not always been emotionally available, okay, for my children. And there was a lot of times when, because I was domestic, part of domestic violence. I'm a survivor of, like, I want to say, like, 30 years of violence in my life. And for a long time, I allowed that to become who I was. Anytime you see me, here she come with her bags, you know, never nothing really positive to say, never, never really, like, showing who I really am through the madness of life. Um, and then and then things happened in my life that forced me to go within myself and to search for answers of understanding of, like, who am I, what am I here for, who do I want to be, who do I want to be seen as, what legacy am I leaving. Because, see, when my mom died, it was like, and tomorrow will be her 1 year anniversary. Um, you know, uh, I had to start thinking about her legacy, right? And I had to start thinking about who she really was and the things that I saw her overcome. And the one thing that I could tell you is, you know, some of us are really left with no support in life. Excuse me. We don't have a lot of support. We don't have a lot of people that are there to help us the way we help them. Okay, and I saw her giving of herself so much and not really receiving her just due from people, but always keeping the light on inside, and always, no matter how bad things got around her, never losing who she truly was. Okay, and staying steadfast and a woman of substance, okay? Being a person who lives by their values, who knows what their morals are and puts their best foot forward at all times in all circumstances, always willing to lend a hand, an ear, a moment, you know, to someone else, you know. And see, the thing about it is the more you help other people, the more abundant your life will be, okay? And especially when you're going through trying times and you're still a positive person, because it's very important. This is where we get our blessings, okay? Having the world against you, everybody that knows you against you, right? Still finding a way to get up every day, still finding a way to still be, you know, looking, being able to be a person that can still look in the mirror every day, because the choices that you know you make are not going to harm anyone around you. You're using discernment, you know, on the things that you are doing. You're thinking things through, you know, giving you 10 to 15 minutes to yourself, to your higher power, you know, and allowing yourself to really glide, you know, to higher height. That is the mission, you know, and to have watched my mother do just that, you know, and then she got very sick, and then she passed away. But when she passed away, I didn't get it right away. You know, I went straight inside. Like I didn't close up. I didn't, you know, I was depressed. You know, I was sad. You know, I didn't know how to handle that kind of grief. I never, like, I had a son also. Excuse me, y'all. My second son passed away. He was stillborn when I was 23, and that was hard. It was hard. It was hard, and I had to keep moving. I almost lost it, but I still had a little one at home. My oldest now was only 2, so I still had to put the best foot forward. It was hard. It was like, what did I do wrong? You know, you start questioning yourself. You start wondering why the universe is out to get you. Why am I going through this? What did I do? You know, all those things. Sometimes you give up on, or you become an atheist. You stop believing, okay? You can't do that. That is the time when you gotta force yourself to realize that there's a lesson. See, because when I was pregnant with my second son, Isaac, that passed away, had I had him and he would have been fine, I was signing papers to get my tubes tied. So no more babies, you know, and I wouldn't have my daughter and my youngest son. Now, give you a little bit about me. My youngest son is on the autism spectrum, and he don't suffer from nothing. He is a beautiful being, but he has autism. He, you know, deals with autism, and he deals with ADHD. So it's it could be very trying. And then I have my middle child is 14, so she's a teenager. So, you know, being able to balance things out is key. And then my oldest is in college, so, you know, and I'm still mommy and everybody. You know what I'm saying? He's still, we still, you know, my family, my family dynamic. Excuse me, tonight is, I don't even know. But my family dynamic is stronger now than it ever was. Even with the challenges that we face, we're facing them together, you know. And not only are we facing them together, we're overcoming them together. And that is what my mother did, you know. But I didn't recognize it. And see, I said that to say, you know, there's a lot of times where you just don't know how you're going to get through it. But you have to, like, be as one with self as self can be. You need to always trust yourself and know that just because the circumstance is tough, like, that doesn't mean fall apart. That doesn't mean give up on life. That doesn't mean not to count your blessings and count yourself out. No. It means that some things you have to do a different way, okay? Some things that come in your life they come to teach you something. Like with me having my youngest son being autistic, um, a lot of patience. A lot of patience has been learned. Trying to find a way to help him, you know, through the world. And you know, I have my fears of when I go, is he going to be okay? Is, you know, but I raised my kids to uh, take care of each other. In the event mama's not here, know that each one help one. Like, you always help him. Keep yourself in a good position in your life so that you could be there for you, number one. And secondly, be a good role model for the next one. And thirdly, look after each other. No matter what, we're a family. We won. Okay? So those are the things that I talk to my children about, because that's how my mother was with me. Even though I didn't have any siblings, I only had my mother. She taught me, as I was having my kids, make sure that they stay strong together. Make sure that they always know that they have one another, because she has siblings, but I didn't. So it was a little difficult in the beginning to learn how to make sure that they stayed close, you know, because it's not like I knew that they needed to be tight. I didn't know what to say to them, or how to how to build a strong family, in the midst of domestic violence, in the midst of me still on a journey to learn who I was, still having some not so cool ways, of thinking. At one point, not even really knowing how to be available, emotionally for them, but still finding a way to raise them correctly as I could, the best I could. Now I'm at a different level of myself, and a different level of my life, and of learning, and things are like way more easy, being able to deal with different situations becomes easier. Now, um, it's just never going to be 100% easy. You're always going to have your obstacles that you have to get through, okay? And just know this: the more that you have to go through, the more you learn, the higher the elevation becomes within. You become this person. Yo, I'm telling you, no lie. You become so in tune with yourself that you know what's about to happen for the most part. You get inklings into things. You're able to deal with everything. Okay? Deep, taking your deep breaths, learning different techniques that help you through. I do, take yoga classes. I do my meditations as much as I can. I don't, and being okay with not being able to do things the same as other people. I don't meditate like everyone else. I sit alone a lot. I don't necessarily sit and do your proper, what people would consider meditating. I I learned that there's many different ways of meditating. So listening to my music, cleaning my place, taking time in here by myself, when my children, aren't around, but being around when they're around, being available as much as I can, righting some wrongs within myself, and even, going back into your own life, and to your childhood, and trying to rewrite some things that maybe weren't the best for you when you were growing up. That is definitely key too. That's when, you're starting to break some things. You breaking generational curses. My mother did that, and I mean to do just the same. Um, so with that kind of responsibility comes a lot of pressure within, to not lose and to not fail. You're not going to fail as long as you try. As long as you do your absolute best at everything. Learn from the things you need to learn from. Drop the baggage that you need to drop. Move forward in the way that you need to move forward. Love those who love you. Do not go too deep into loving somebody who's only around to teach you a lesson. Be careful, be mindful, use your intuition and use your discernment. Everything, everything is not for you at all, like forever. Like, some things is just for the moment, for a little bit of time. You learn what you need to learn, you see what's not for you, and you keep it pushing. It'll all be replaced with what is for you at some point. And sometimes you also have to go into hermit mode, where you're just alone, and that's your time of contemplation. That's your time of rerouting yourself into the thing to be into being the person that you want to be within, because it starts with you. Okay, how do you feel about you? How do you want to talk to people? How do you want people to talk back to you? You know, it's very important to really decipher everything out now. Like, the more mindful we are, the more we're paying attention to every encounter that we have with other people and the encounter that we have with ourselves. Remember, you're divine. Your divinity is within. The only way to reach that is to go within. It don't matter what nobody say. It don't matter what people feel about you. Only matters what you feel about you. What do you think about yourself? How do you want to be every morning? How are you going to get through this life? Okay? Because people could be at your door every day bashing you and putting you down, but it's up to you on what you're going to allow in your brain and what kind of rerouting you're going to do with the circumstances that are around you. There is no reason for you to ever believe that you can't come out of anything, because you can. No matter what, no matter how deep it is, no matter how bad it's been, no matter what your past was, okay, you deal with everything as it comes, okay, and you try your best. Do your absolute best to not overthink anything. Think about it. Figure out, can I fix this? Can I not fix it? If I can't fix it, then I have to let it go. And it will be okay. All right. At the end of the day, it's all going to be okay. As long as you're okay with you making the right decisions, you making the right choices, you thinking the right thoughts, you around the right people, you are what you take in. Remembering that food, people, places, things, everything matters. Okay. So the more you're in tune with what is for you, the less you have to deal with what is not. Okay. So again, I appreciate everybody that's here, and I just, I hope that on this journey you understand that a lot of winning is going to feel like losing. Okay, even when you're really, really winning. Okay, but it feels like you're losing. You're not. You're not. You're not. You winning. You winning. You really winning. You really winning. It takes some time. You know what I'm saying? And it takes a lot of rebound, and it takes a lot of like figuring out who you want to be and how you feel about yourself. Cause like you could go through some real hard stuff and it just be like, I'm never gonna get through this, but you get through it and you become a better person, a better you. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you won. You know what I'm saying? But to everybody that rocks with me, I just want you to know I rock with you back. And I love everybody. Even when you feel unlovable, I love you. And love yourself mostly on those days. You got me. I just love that part. She said, you got me feeling so good. I bet on you. So Empress J says, you got me feeling so good. You know what I'm saying? People listening to my videos, I put my bets on you. Bet on yourself every single day. Every day, bet on yourself. I promise you won't lose. I put my bets on you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got me feeling good. I'm feeling good about myself. My children got me feeling good about myself. I feel good about them. I feel good about my cousin, my best cousin. I feel good. You know what I'm saying? And it's because I'm betting on myself. I put my bets on me. You know what I'm saying? And I put them on you. So I love y'all. And have a great day. I hope the rest of your evening is beautiful and filled with light. You go to sleep with a clear mind, ready to take on tomorrow, because tomorrow is another chance to get it right. Okay? So have a good evening. Later.